Hello, hello. Welcome to day 1258 of Connecting the Thoughts. Quote for today is Forgiveness sets you free. Quote for today is Forgiveness sets you free. The L in my smile strategy is let things go. I have presented it across different countries to different types of audiences, different age groups, different walks of life. However, every single time people get stuck at let things go because for them it feels like something that's impossible. They bring ego into the picture, they bring past failures, past hurts into the picture, and then the conversation loops back to silence the mind. More on this on the other side of the show reel. Tag a friend who needs to receive this message. And if you haven't subscribed already, do subscribe to the channel because here's where I post daily videos on the little things that make life big. And I would wish for you to have a super big life. Welcome back to the conversation. Today we are talking about forgiveness. I say forgiveness sets you free. And yes, it does, because when you aren't going to forgive the other person, and it's interesting because I've spoken about this so many times that when I think of forgiveness, all I think of is forgiving myself. Because while it could be a fact that someone else has hurt you and you are upset, the fact that you allowed them to hurt you and the fact that you carried that pain with you for so long by not forgiving them requires for you to forgive yourself first. Think about it. Think about it. If you had a tiff with a friend and you chose not to forgive that friend, if you were upset with that friend for so long that you held on to that anger and that anger was causing you harm, then whose mistake is it that you were holding on to the anger? And who needs to be forgiven first? Clue, clue, clue. You need to be forgiven first because you were holding on to the anger. You didn't forgive that friend. And some of you might say, okay, but what if it's their mistake? It could be their mistake. But if you forgive them, it takes that anger away from you. It allows you to create space for love from others. You are then open to receive from others because right now your heart is so full of anger, your heart is full of hurt that you've closed it to other feelings, you've closed it to other relationships. You are mindful each time somebody similar to that shows up, each time somebody who you are looking at a potential situation like that shows up, you've already got your guards up because you've got that experience of the past and you're thinking, I'm smarter now. I will not let them hurt me. But what if? What if that person is not that same person? What if that's a potentially good person? What is that person has the potential to be a good friend? You've lost the opportunity even before it came completely to your door. So forgiveness sets you free. It gives you the freedom to just be you, to give the other person the chance to prove themselves to you. You don't have to label them even before they've opened their mouth. So forgiveness definitely sets you free, and it is also important to forgive yourself. Yourself, yes, forgive yourself for all the things that you've been holding on to, all the past hurts that you've been holding on to, all the past failures that you've been holding on to, all the past labels that you've been holding on to, all the past relationships that you've been holding on to that have been hurting you. For the many times that you have spoken ill to yourself, for the many times you have said to yourself, I'm not worth it, for the many times you've told yourself that I can't do this, for the many times that you've told yourself, I'm too fat. You've done that. I know it. Forgive yourself. When you forgive yourself, it's like a weight lifted. It's like forgiveness sets you free. It lets you start on a clean page. It lets you start on a fresh page, on a clean slate. I forgive myself for making that mistake. If I held on to that mistake and I said, oops, I boo booed, I made a mistake there, and if I held on to that, I wouldn't move forward. I'd be frozen on the screen right now. I'd be thinking, oops, what do I do now? But no, it's a mistake. It happened. I move on. I move on to deliver myself as best as I can in the moment, and I be kind to myself. Forgiveness sets you free. Think about it. Is there someone that you need to forgive? Is there something from your past, from your childhood even, that you're still holding on to as an experience that you need to let go of? Forgiveness sets you free. And it's totally worth it. So if this conversation has been of value to you, please write in comment saying, I am free. Please write in comments saying, I am free. I would like to see a lot of free birds in comments today. I am free. Tag a friend who needs to receive this message. If you haven't subscribed already, do subscribe to the channel because the conversations here are intended to add value to your world. The conversations here are very little. They might be insignificant, but that's what it is, right? It's the little things that make the biggest of difference. It's that little shift in your perspective that could make a world of difference. So do subscribe, turn those notifications on, tag a friend, and until tomorrow, keep smiling, keep shining, stay safe, and thank you for connecting the thoughts with me. Thank you so, so much. I am free in comments if this has been of value to you. Thank you so much.